The 5-card spread in the Lenormand system attributed to Madame Marie and Adelaide Lenormand is one of the most elegant and revealing layouts in cartomancy. It is not symbolic in the abstract sense, nor psychological or archetypal like tarot spreads. Instead, it is a compact narrative mechanism designed to describe real situations, real people, and real developments with precision. The power of the 5-card Lenormand spread lies not in complexity but in relational logic, how cards influence, modify, contradict, or reinforce one another through position, distance, and direction. In Lenormand practice, a spread is not a collection of isolated meanings. It is a sentence, sometimes a paragraph. Occasionally an entire story compressed into a small spatial structure. The 5-card spread is often used when the question is specific but layered, when timing, cause and effect, and outcome all matter, and when the querent needs clarity rather than abstraction. It is frequently applied to questions about relationships, work situations, decisions, conflicts, developments in progress, or near future outcomes. The traditional 5-card line is read from left to right, forming a narrative flow. Time generally moves forward across the line, but influence can also move backward, especially when cards act as modifiers. The central card holds particular importance, functioning as the core theme or anchor of the situation, while the surrounding cards describe causes, influences, developments, and consequences. This spread does not impose moral judgment or psychological interpretation. It describes what is happening, why it is happening, and what it is likely to lead to if nothing changes. The first card represents the origin or background of the situation. It answers the question, what set this in motion? Or what is the underlying condition? This card often refers to past actions, existing circumstances, or the foundation upon which the current issue rests. It is not always the distant past. It may describe an ongoing condition that has simply been taken for granted until now. In Lenormand logic, this card establishes the tone. A stable card here, such as house, anchor, or tree, suggests long-standing circumstances, while a card like rider, birds, or scythe indicates recent or sudden developments. The second card shows the immediate influence acting upon the situation. It answers what is affecting this right now, or what is shaping events in the present. This card often represents a person, pressure, opportunity, obstacle, or emotional climate. It modifies the first card, explaining how the foundation is being activated or challenged. In practice, this is where dynamics become visible: communication affecting stability, desire affecting caution, conflict affecting harmony. The relationship between the first and second cards is crucial, as it reveals cause interacting with stimulus. The third card, placed at the center, is the heart of the spread. It represents the core issue, the unavoidable focus, or the central truth of the matter. In Madame Lenormand's system, the center card is not symbolic in a spiritual sense, it is descriptive. It shows what the situation is fundamentally about once all surface noise is stripped away. This card often describes the real subject of the question, even when the querent believes the issue lies elsewhere. It can represent a person, a condition, an action, or a reality that must be acknowledged. In many readings, this card carries the most weight and influences how all other cards are interpreted. The fourth card indicates the direction the situation is moving toward. It answers what is developing, or what comes next if things continue as they are. This card is not always the final outcome, but it shows the trajectory. It reflects consequences beginning to form, decisions starting to take shape, or changes becoming unavoidable. In Lenormand, this card often reveals whether the situation is stabilizing, escalating, dissolving, or transforming. Its interaction with the central card is particularly important, as it shows how the core issue expresses itself in action. The fifth card represents the likely result, resolution, or conclusion within the context and timeframe of the question. It answers where does this lead? Or what is the probable outcome? This is not fate in a mystical sense but consequence in a practical one. Lenormand does not promise destiny, it describes momentum. The final card shows what solidifies if no major intervention occurs. It can describe success, separation, clarity, burden, commitment, relief, or continuation. Importantly, this card must always be read in light of the preceding four, never alone. Beyond positional meaning, the 5-card spread relies heavily on card combinations. Adjacent cards form phrases, while mirrored positions create deeper layers. Cards 1 and 5 often mirror each other, revealing how the situation began and how it resolves. Cards 2 and 4 mirror influence and development, showing action and reaction. The center card acts as a lens through which all other cards are filtered. In Madame Lenormand's tradition, these relationships are more important than memorized meanings. Directionality also plays a role. Cards that suggest movement, such as rider, ship, stork, or birds, can indicate speed and timing, especially when placed near the beginning or end of the line. Heavy cards like coffin, mountain, cross, or anchor slow or solidify outcomes depending on position. Beneficial cards such as sun, key, bouquet, or stars strengthen nearby cards and often promise clarity or resolution, even in difficult spreads. Another essential aspect of the 5-card Lenormand spread is neutrality. No card is inherently good or bad. A coffin in the outcome position may indicate liberation through closure, while a ring may signal an unwanted obligation. The meaning always depends on context and question. Madame Lenormand's system does not comfort or warn unnecessarily, it informs. It reflects life's mechanics rather than moral lessons. The 5-card spread is also valued for its flexibility. It can be adapted to yes or no questions by weighing positive versus obstructive cards, to timing questions by observing movement and delay indicators, or to relational questions by identifying emotional, social, or contractual cards in key positions. Despite this flexibility, its structure remains consistent, which allows the reader to develop precision and confidence over time. Historically, this type of compact narrative spread aligns closely with how Madame Lenormand herself is believed to have worked. Contemporary accounts describe her readings as direct, situational, and remarkably specific. She focused on sequences of events, social connections, and tangible outcomes rather than abstract destiny. The 5-card spread reflects this mindset. It is efficient, grounded, and revealing without excess symbolism. In modern practice, the 5-card Lenormand spread is often considered a bridge between single-card pulls and larger layouts such as the Grand Tableau. It offers enough depth to uncover hidden dynamics while remaining manageable and focused. For many practitioners, it is the preferred spread for daily readings, targeted questions, and decision-making moments. Ultimately, the 5-card Lenormand spread exemplifies the essence of Madame Lenormand's cartomantic legacy. It treats life as a sequence of interactions rather than a symbolic journey, emphasizing clarity over mysticism and consequence over abstraction. Each card speaks plainly, but together they form a sophisticated language capable of describing the subtle mechanics of human affairs. When read with discipline and attention to relational logic, the 5-card Lenormand spread becomes a precise instrument for understanding what is happening, why it is happening, and what is most likely to follow.